microcut shredder. It's from Royal. It's the 9-sheet microcut shredder with a 100-sheet auto feed tray. So it's going to be fast and easy for you. I always say this story, but when I worked in news, I got a chance to actually interview some federal trade commissioners. And they said, you know what, it's really, really important to always warn your viewers, especially this time of year and tax season, and actually any day, every day, whenever you get mail with your personal information on it, your name, your address, or especially if it has financial information, confidential information, you want to make sure you're shredding it whenever you're done with it. What about, though, if you have staples and credit cards and checkbooks? Yeah, it's no match for the Royal Shredder.
Drop them right in there, Zell.
Hi, bud. How's it going?
Haven't seen you in about, what?
12 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Santa's naughty list.
You're not on there, don't worry. I think you're in the clear.
Wow, David, Kirsten, Pat, Mary.
I think we need to shred that. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that.
Santa doesn't need a naughty list. Does not need it. That's right.
Craig Smith is our technology expert, and this is a great piece of technology to have in the home office. This is a great family gift if you're thinking about giving a family gift, because for under $100, it's peace of mind. If you already have a paper shredder, does it micro shred? I don't know. Why do we want to micro shred?
Because we're taking one piece of paper like this. Actually, that's about 2 or 3. But one of these pieces of paper, this microcut shredder takes this piece of paper and turns it into 1,100 little itty-bitty pieces. So you want to talk about protecting your identity, about not letting the bad guys get access to any information at all. And you talked about your FTC buddies. The FTC actually, yeah, your buds, they actually recommend that any piece of paper that has personal or financial information should be destroyed immediately or as soon as you're done using it. Don't leave all this stuff laying around. And unfortunately, most of us do it just because we get busy.
Yeah.
We get a little busy, we get a little bit lazy, we come home from the doctor's office, we got all those medical records, and what do? We just simply tear the piece of paper in half, or you crumble it up into a ball.
And then you put one in one trash can and one in another. Like, that really works.
That doesn't do anything, because when you actually put stuff out your curb in a lot of townships throughout the country, as soon as it goes to the curb, it's fair game for anybody.
Especially when we're out of town for, like, the holidays.
Sure.
Think Home Alone.
And yeah, there's no Macaulay Culkin features with this one.
Sorry.
But no. But what most of us do, we throw the stuff to the curb, and the bad guys, that's what they're looking for, especially if you live in a community that has a community dumpster, and they sift through that trash, and they say, hold on a second, I've got your name, your address, I've got a credit card account number, and 3-4 months down the road, that's when you find out that your identity has been stolen.
Ooh,
that's when you found out that somebody went and bought 3 or 4 TVs in your name.
Wow,
or
and
bought
once
a car.
that happens, to clear your name, the headache, the hassle, that happened to my mom. She spent like 10 years every time she's at the grocery store. I'm telling you, every time she checked out, this is back in the 90s. Is this really Jody? I need to verify, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so listen, we've already sold out of one color. A Wall Supplies last value on free shipping and handling. Free on 6 easy monthly payments of $16 and change. We've got the navy. We have that beautiful burgundy for you. Down below is the black. Now, Jeffy, that'd be a good one for his home office with those black accents.
Last night you called him Jeffy Poo. Now it's Jeffy?
I know. I did hear about it last night, actually.
You can tell we've been working a lot together lately.
Yeah, good old Jeffy Poo. We have the rose gold, which to me looks a little more coppery, just saying. And then we finally have the silver for you. It's E233076. So back in the day, this was a shred. Then we went to this, and then this is what the Royal Micro-Cut Shredder is doing. So what's the evolution of shredding?
So
Let's get a history lesson.
The red right here is we'll do a little history lesson. I got my professor sport coat on tonight.
I like it.
This red ball right here is 25 pages of what they call a strip cut shredder. So when shredders first came out, they cut it in straight lines. I can't tell you how many movies and TV shows I saw where they put that back together to find out who the bad guy is.
Yeah, you just need a little tape.
You could easily get a wealth of information. Next to that, 25 sheets of cross-cut shredders. If you go to the store today, you will still find there's a lot of brands out there that manufacture a cross-cut shredder. It's a heck of a lot better than this, but you could still easily get personal information off of one of these little strips. It's a better job than a strip cut, but what does Royal do? They take it a step further. 25 pieces of what they call micro-cut shredding. One 8.5, 11 by piece of paper is going to get turned into 1,100 plus pieces. So now, when you do get that junk mail, don't just go, oh, I got something, I got a credit card offer, it's got half the form filled out, or those checks that you get all the time in the mail for some reason. That does not discourage the bad guys at all. That's one piece into 2. We put it through the micro-cut shredder. This is going to get pulverized in here. And now it's 1,100 little pieces. And you can see through the window that we have in the 4.5-gallon bin. good luck trying to put any of that back together. Good luck trying to get my Social Security number, information off my paycheck. How about the credit card application? Or if you're a parent like I am, I can't tell you how many forms and papers I get back with the kids that have all kinds of information on there, like home addresses. Sometimes they're asking for dates of birth, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to share that with the world. Put it through the micro cut shredder. This is our end result right here inside that 4.5 gallon bin.
It's a party. You got confetti.
Yeah, ready for New Year's.
Let's go.
All right, invite me to the party. Tell Jeffy Pooh you're throwing a party. We're all coming.
We don't stay past 9.
You don't stay past 9.
We'll
you got
see.
little kids. You're right. You don't.
Here's the deal. Okay. You're thinking about that person that's really hard to buy for. My Jeffy Pooh, right?
Jeffy Pooh,
What's the thing that they're probably not going to buy themselves? Maybe not a paper shredder. Maybe it's time to upgrade the paper shredder, as we showed you. This is a really great value, under $100 for Royal. It takes 100 sheets of paper, pretty much pulverizes it there in seconds. Credit cards, checkbooks, even staples on the paper. Doesn't matter. You've got free shipping and handling, 6 easy monthly payments of $16 and change. As Craig mentioned, it's 4.5 gallon bin. Will pull out. It comes fully assembled. You have these great little caster wheels, so it moves around. Now, if you're looking for the perfect spot to put it in your home office, wherever you do your mail, your bills, the stand on this is 19.5 inches. And then the length is 13 inches, and then the width is 8.5. It weighs about 18 pounds. You have a 1-year warranty. But what we have is what we have. And we also have the mint that sold out. We've got the navy, burgundy, black, rose gold, or silver. I love that you get to auto feed this because we've been moving. It's like this very long drawn out process.
That's always a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun. And I found my old tax returns from before I was married. And I've been saving these for forever, but it was time to get rid of it because I don't need it anymore.
After 7 years, get rid of it.
It was file cabinets worth of personal information.
Yeah.
So I can instantly, if you're decluttering, if you're trying to get rid of all that information that's been hanging out in the home office, 100 sheets at one time.
Yeah, that's the great thing about the auto feed tray. So the two big features with this shredder right here. First is that micro cut that we've been showing you, turning one piece into 1,100 pieces. But the other is this auto feed tray here, up to 100 pages. Now, if you want to go through staples, if you want to go through credit cards, you're going to go with the front slot right here. But those loose papers, so years and years of taxes. I know a lot of people, when they pay their bills, they write paid on the actual paper of the bill, and then they stick it in a filing cabinet somewhere. So if your filing cabinets are bursting, or you've just collected those piles of paper that you say, you know what, one of these times I'm going to go down to the community day. One of these days I'm going to get around to taking it to one of those places that'll shred the paper for you.
Just like the dry cleaner, right?
And that pile just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You put 100 pages in here, and what I love about it, it's no longer a chore. I mean, shredding, I think it's kind of fun. It's a little, you get to watch this stuff get pulverized. But for a lot of people, it can be a chore. If you put 100 pages here, you walk away from the machine. And the Royal Paper Shredder will do the job for you, pulling them through one page after another, and the end result is just a big pile of confetti.
And you just push a big pile of confetti, woo!
That's right, that's all you got left.
Just press start. It's an auto start. Now, there's a couple buttons that I see here on my screen. Are those instructions? Are those actual buttons? What's going on?
You do have the power button. I
Okay.
leave mine on all the time because there's actually a sensor inside of both little areas where you'd put the paper. So the front slot and the auto feed tray, there's sensors in there. As soon as it recognizes a piece of paper, so right now the machine's not running, right? Has that sensor that automatically starts shredding. But there's also a forward and reverse button. So if you do happen to cram in too many pages, or all of a sudden you think you made a mistake, ooh, I can press that reverse button.
Okay.
I can press that forward button, and you can adjust the shredder as well. Another neat safety feature built in, so if you do happen to get a paper jam, take a look at this. If I open up these rollers right here, the machine shuts itself off automatically. I close them back up, it'll start working again. Or if I pop the bin out, as soon as the bin comes out, the machine shuts off. We've actually had a couple questions online from people that say, oh, by the way, I emptied my first basket and now I can't get my paper shredder to work. Make sure you pop that bin all the way in. That's often a problem. So if the bin is just a little bit out, you can see right there, it automatically shuts itself down for safety purposes. They don't want to have your fingers getting anywhere near those gears.
Yeah, that's great.
Make sure you pop that bin in and you're
So
good
if you
to
want
go.
to do a lot at once, you go to the back.
Yep.
And then my other options, credit cards, checkbooks.
In that front slot.
Staples. Can the staples go through this one too?
No staples in the back, and the reason for that is you watch these pages get pulled through. They pull them through one at a time. So if you had these stapled, you might end up with a paper jam in there. So any staples or any credit cards, they go in the front slot. Just drop them right in there. Another thing that we see a lot nowadays as well A lot of people are doing mobile banking, where they get a check, whether it's a personal check or a business check, and they take a picture of the check and deposit it through the app with their bank. What do you do with that check afterwards? Right here, by the way, this is a bad guy's dream right here.
Oh.
The name, address, full address on there. We got a check number. We got routing numbers on here. What do you do with those checks? Don't do the same thing we were talking about earlier. Don't just tear them in half, because that still gives us a wealth of information. Drop those checks into the paper shredder. They get pulverized just like everything else.
What about those
like those credit
QVC
cards.
receipts? Because we're getting all these boxes from retailers, gifts this time of year.
Pull them right off and stick them in there. Yeah.
That's great.
Anything that's going to be able to fit through that slot from a paper perspective is going to get pulverized in there. Even the staples, I just put 3 or 4 in this page. Let's put a couple more in there
Keep
just
going,
to show
Craig.
you.
Keep going.
Yeah. And unlike a lot of older shredders as well, there's no maintenance involved. It comes fully assembled. You take it out of the box, you plug it into a wall outlet, you're good to go. The caster wheels are already assembled. I know a lot of people have it under maybe their breakfast bar in their kitchen, because that's their area they come to with their mail when they get in the afternoon.
In the mudroom, you could keep it there.
Have it near your desk. You roll it out when you need it. You stick it away when you don't. You can close that flap down.
I'm crossing you off this naughty list.
Am I even on that naughty
you
list?
You belong on that. No, I'm just kidding.
By the way, I want to thank my wife. She put these together. We wanted to have some fun props for the holidays.
That's who she picked. Yeah. I like it. Oh, this is so good. And it's on a wall supplies last price, so it's not like we have a ton of these to go around. Mint has already sold out. We have the navy, the burgundy up here on top, and then down below the black for you, that rose gold, and then finally the silver. Free shipping, $7.50 back in your pocket, and same applies as to everything else here at QVC. You have until the end of January to make a return or an exchange. Check out using the Easy Pay. It's $16 and change a month. Craig, can we do it?
Go throw it to Brett Hamilton? Yeah, go take it over there to Brett.
All the way in.
Am I going to get in trouble for this?
Well,
I'll do a little
there's
bit.
one way to find out.